Testing 1 2 3 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3.
Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2 3.
Today, Richard gets his big boy out, Ray the Stompa, and it's coming right up.
Necrons!
Nick speaking, and welcome to this 10th edition battle report. I'm here with Richard. Hello, Richard.
Hi, Nick. How are you?
I am very well. I am really looking forward to this game. You've got Ray the Stompa out for the first time.
Yes, I'm looking forward to using them too.
Right, we are playing 2,000 points. We've got my Necron Destroyer themed army against, as I said, Ray. So yeah, let's have a look at the Orcs list first. Okay, Rich, so what have you got?
Not a lot. Actually, I've got Captain BatRep. He's my warlord, and he will be joining the Flesh Kits here.
Okay.
I've then got a knob with a war banner with 20 boys.
Right.
They'll be inside Ray.
Ray, yes.
Keeping warm and cosy.
800 points, yeah,
yes.
For this guy?
Yeah. We'll see. And hiding behind Ray is my last character, and he's a mech, and he'll be just chugging up along.
Now, tell the truth, he's going to be cowering up behind the Stompa.
Well, maybe. And then I've got 2 units of Gretchen with the runt herds in them now.
Okay,
I've got the truck, which one of the Gretchen will be in.
Right.
I've then got 3 units of Deathcopters, all with rockets, and then finally I've got 3 single smasher guns, mech guns.
Okay, excellent. So that is what I'm up against. Let's have a look at my list. Okay, so this is my army. I'm playing the Destroyer Crons. This is an upgraded list from my 1,000 points list that I played last time against Richard. It did really well, so I thought I would try to make it work in 2,000 points. So, heading up my force are these 2 characters here. We have a Hexmark Destroyer, and he's got the Sovereign Coronal Enhancement. We then have a Locust Lord with a Resurrection Orb and a Lord's Blade, and he's got the Hyper Material Ablator Enhancement. We've then got 3 units of Locust Destroyers ranging in models. We've got the really old school ones here, and then of course the slightly newer versions. And then I've got my Heavy Destroyers, 3 units of 3 Locust Heavy Destroyers, all with the big gun. We've got the old school ones here, which I converted from these guys, and then we have obviously the original ones here, and we've got the new ones. We then have 2 Doomstalkers and a Reanimator. I have 2 units of 5 Death Marks, and 2 units of 3 Scarab Swarms, and then 2 units of 10 Flayed Ones. And that is my list. We are playing Search and Destroy, so table quarters. We've got Purge the Foe, where you get points for objectives, 4 points for one objective, and 8 points for more objectives than your opponents. And then you get kill points for killing units, and that's from turn 1. So it's 4 points for killing 1 unit, and 4 points for killing more than your opponent kills. We've also got the mission rule, Minefield. So if you advance and you roll a 6 on the dice, you get a mortal wound to your unit. This is our board here. So we've got the defender and attacker quarters. Obviously 5 objectives, 1 in the middle, 1 in each quarter. We've got some ruins, we've got some walls, we've got some pipes. We're just using the GW terrain rules, of course. And we've got some containers, right?
Yes.
Okay, so we are going to roll off to see who's the attacker defender. We're going to deploy, and we'll be back to roll off for first turn. Okay, so we have deployed. I have my Scarab Swarms here, and over here my 2 Doomstalkers there. I've got 1 unit of Destroyers there, all of my Heavies and the Reanimator hiding behind this building. We've got the Hexmark Destroyer just here, then the other 2 units of Destroyers here with the Locust Lord leading the unit with the Blue Lightning on. I have infiltrated my 2 units of Flayed Ones, 1 this side and 1 this side here, and my 2 Death Marks units are in reserve. Richard has deployed on his side of the table. He's got 1 unit of copters in reserve. This truck here has some grots in it. We've got the 3, are they bubble chuckers, did you say?
No, smasher guns.
Smasher guns, right. 3 smasher guns just there. We've got some grots there, copters, flash gits, Ray, some more copters over the other side, and the mech behind, cowering behind the Stompa. Okay, I think we're ready, Rich, to roll off the first turn. We are both playing tactical objectives. This is going to be a really fun game, so let's find out who's going first. We both want to go first. I desperately need to go first. Richard desperately doesn't want me to go first, so this is a massive roll-off. Here we go. Come on! No way!
Yes!
No way! I just absolutely hate that dice. Okay, Richard drew extended battle lines and area denial. He used his Gretchen to try to get an extra command point on a 4+ and rolled a 1. Okay. Movement phase. I've just seen Richard board here. Rage Against the Machines, Born of a Broken Man. Reflections from 9th edition, I think. Ray the Eye Patch Stomper. If I told you I had a beautiful body, would you hold it against me? If I told you... What's that, Rich?
If I told you you were an angel...
Angel?
Would you love me like a devil tonight?
Well, not if you've got devil dice, I wouldn't. Okay, movement phase done. We've got some copters on the central objective. The truck has just moved up here. No movement at the back. Over here we've got Ray and the copters just there. Okay, so we've got the flash kits here shooting. Richard's got lots of shenanigans. He's he's hitting on 4s because they stood still. He's got sustained hits.
Yeah.
He's shooting at the closest target, so he gets an extra attack. So he's basically got 40 dice, hitting on 4s with sustained attack and lethal hits.
Sustained hits and lethal hits, yeah.
Right, okay.
And re-rolling all hits.
Of course, basically say anything you want, Rich. Go for it.
Because of Captain BatRep.
So you're able to re-roll, are you?
I'm able to roll all hits with Captain BatRep in the leading a unit.
Right.
So, I mean, it's... which is good. And I get another 2 and another 3.
And then 8 extra hits.
2, 4, 6. So I got...
You missed with 2. I feel so sorry for you.
Yeah. 5's re-rolling. Oh no, it's heavy. So hitting on 4's re-rolling. So yeah. So all 3 hit. Does he do a mortal to himself?
Hazardous? No.
So strength 8.
Yeah, 3s.
Yeah. And they're -3 damage, but these
okay.
No, they're -4 because he's higher, and these are all -2.
Right. Okay, so I get cover save, so that puts me on a 4-up save. So we fell. 1 destroyer dead. 2 destroyers dead. 3 destroyers dead. 4 destroyers dead. 5 destroyers dead. 6 destroyers dead. So just the character left. Okay, so now we're on a 4-up save on the Locust Lord. Make 1. How much damage did you say?
6 damage.
6 damage?
In total, yeah, 3 damage a pop.
Okay, he's got 6 wounds, so I am going to have to use my CP to try and re-roll that. Here we go. He does save it. Right, Richard just rolled his attacks for the copters on my destroyer Locust Lord, and he failed miserably. So he's now looking at other alternatives. And I've just remembered this guy's got the enhancement which makes Richard -1 to hit. So he would have been hitting on 5s. I don't think it would have made a difference because obviously Richard had re-rolls anyway, so probably wouldn't have made much difference. But yeah. What a fool! Okay, that was really annoying. I can't believe I forgot it. What a fool. Anyway, yeah, continuing with the shooting, Richard shot one of those big guns over there at him, but missed. The other 2 shot into my destroyers, and I lost 1 from each of those guns. Okay, it's time for Ray. He's got a plethora of guns and he's shooting at all different types of units. We've got the big gun on the Reanimator and we've got other guns on these heavy destroyers. We've got the flayed ones over here being targeted and the Doomstalker being targeted.
Yeah.
So here we go, Rich.
Do the Doomstalker first.
Doomstalker, okay, what gun is this?
It's the Death Cannon, 3d6 shots.
Okay.
7 shots, which is probably quite good for you. Hitting on 4s because of the mech doing these things, maybe not so good for you. So 5, strength 14.
Okay, we are toughness 8.
So 3s. So 4 go through at -3.
Okay, so we get a 4 up in vulnerable save. Make 2 of them.
Right, so ooh, full damage. 20 shots at the Reanimator.
Obviously he's towering, so he totally ignores terrain when shooting and when he's shot at, right?
Yeah.
Well, he ignores the terrain from line of sight, but what about cover saves? Would you still get cover save if there's terrain? I assume you do.
I'll have a look what the rule book says about that.
Okay, we've just consulted the rule book. We think you don't get a cover save. Let us know in the comments if you think otherwise. Right, okay, so what else is shooting?
So it's the Super Gatler at him.
Right.
So it's 20 shots, hitting on 5s.
This is shooting at the Reanimator, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
6s are additional hits.
Right. The big mech at the back gives you a +1 to hit, does he?
Yeah, we gave him the ability to. So now it's strength 7. Not sure Reanimator's toughness.
Toughness 8. Oh, Reanimator, toughness 6.
So 3s. So 1, 2, 4 miss, and those are a -1.
Okay, how
So
many?
3, 6, 9, 11 at -1.
Okay, so we are on a 4+ save because of the -1. So we'll take the misses out. Pretty decent roll, and now we've got our feel no pain.
So that's 6.
How much damage is it?
2
each,
shot.
yeah. So this is our feel no pain on a 5 up.
You get
Save
3.
3.
So it takes 3 damage.
3 wounds. Right, next up is the Stompa's smaller guns, and they're all going into the flayed ones.
All hitting on 4s.
Okay. Hold on, flayed ones. Let me just make sure I'm not missing no special rules. No, we've got nothing that can negate that, so continue.
Strength 5.
We are toughness 4.
That many normal saves.
Normal saves. Okay, 2, 4, 6, 7 again, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so here we go. We've got our 4 up save. We lose 4 flayed ones.
Because I didn't think I'd have a Scorcher in range, so I didn't denote it, and I don't think he is anyway. Oh, he might have been just, but that was my fault for not measuring.
Okay, still got some more guns though, yeah? Shooting into the heavy destroyers.
Oh yeah.
Just here. What gun's this?
It's the Super Rockets.
Okay, Super Rockets.
D6. 2. 4s. Both in. Strength 12.
Toughness 6.
So 2s. So 2 go through.
Yep.
-3.
-3 puts me on a 6 up save. Saves none of them.
Right, so it's D6 plus 2. So 1 dead. 2 dead.
Yep. Right, I'm going to use my reanimation protocol stratagem now on those heavy destroyers, so I get 2 D3s because of the reanimator there. 3, 4, so 1 heavy destroyer back. Okay, those copters shot into my flayed ones, killed 1 of them, and then the truck and the grots in them shot into my flayed ones here, killed nothing. That's the end of the shooting phase. We're moving into the assault phase, and Big Ray is going to assault. You've got, here we go, strat, yeah, gives you +2 inches.
Yeah, so I need 9 inches. Ooh, not quite. I don't think. Just double check, because I think I had it at, yeah, that's 9. Yeah, not quite.
Nope.
So he's going to go into.
Okay. 6.
Yeah, they were only 7 away. Well, 6 is the nearest, so 6 would get.
Okay, they're in. Right, the truck over here tried to assault the flayed ones as well, but Richard rolled a 3, couldn't get in. But he did destroy all of my flayed ones on the objective over there. And that is it. The end of turn 1 for the Orcs. Let's move into turn 1 for the Necrons. Right, I drew no prisoners, kill units, and capture enemy outpost, which is definitely not going to be happening. I did my RP, I got the Doomstalker back to full strength, I got my other heavy destroyer back over here, Reanimator back to full strength, and I got both of my destroyers back here, this one on 2 wounds. Right, end of the movement phase, and I have a massive amount of destroyers missing. I moved them, and Richard overwatched with the flash gits, who killed 5 of them. I even used an RP to try to bring some back, but I only brought back that guy to full strength. So, that's not good. Okay, I haven't really moved much else, I've just moved this forward, those over there, and now we're ready to shoot. And we are shooting the heavy destroyers at Ray, of course, so let's do this. Alright, here we go then. The first one we haven't moved, so it's going to be 2s. All out. What's your toughness of your Stompa?
14.
14, strength 14, so we're going to need 4s. We can re-roll the 1s, but we get 2 3s. So 1 there, Rich, and that is -4.
So 6 up in roll. No.
Okay, 6 damage.
Yeah.
Right, the second one. You get no lethal hits, but they all go through.
4s.
4s.
1.
We can re-roll the 1s. Still just 1.
No, another 6, yeah.
Yep. And the third one. 2s. All in, that's a lethal. 4s. All in, so 3 saves this time. Another 12 wounds, yeah? How many are on now?
6.
6 left. Alright, next I'm going to shoot this Doomstalker at it. D6 plus 1. So 3 shots. We haven't moved, so we are going to need 3s. All in. Strength 14.
So 4s.
4s again. We get 1 that goes through. This is -3.
Ooh, so a 5 up. No.
3 damage. And we've got to shoot the last Doomstalker at it. I think.
Just double check that's right. Because
Okay. I was hoping to shoot the other Doomstalker at those flash gits there with the blast weapon, but yeah, it's not going to happen, I don't think. So we need to take this Stomper out. Okay, here we go. D6 plus 1. Oh dear, oh dear. 2 shots. Needing 3s.
needing
4s.
1.
1 save.
5 up here.
Yeah, he's got his devil dice out. Oh!
No.
Is he going to explode? Devil dice is out. It's out. Oh!
Yes.
Oh no, it doesn't count. It wasn't in the tray. Okay, massive explosion coming up.
Wounds. So
8 wounds on here, so it's a D6 explosion, yeah? 2 D6.
yeah. 8 wounds. Deathcopters. So that's 2 Deathcopters.
2 Deathcopters dead.
Him.
Big Mac.
5. That's probably him dead as well.
I'm sure he'd be left with 1 wound.
I would love it to be left with. No, he's
No, dead?
dead. Yours. 6.
Yep, so 2 of my destroyers die. And that's it, yeah?
Yeah, then the guys get out.
Okay. Right, so Richard lost 6 guys in the explosion, and then I carried on shooting. I shot this heavy destroyer and 3 of these heavy destroyers into the copters, and I killed them all. The other heavy destroyer killed an orc from over there. And that's it, end of the shooting phase. We're going to move into the assault phase. Alright, I'm going to attempt to assault the scarabs on that there. We need a 7. we get a 6. Do I have any CPs? I do not have any CPs. Okay, might attempt to assault with the destroyers.
Yeah, you need an 8.
An 8. No. Right, I disposed my capture enemy outpost for a command point. Richard has drawn assassination and behind enemy lines, and his grots are rolling. Or have you done it?
No, I haven't rolled yet.
Okay, so a 4+, you get the command point.
No.
No. Right, end of the movement phase. Richard did call a war at the beginning of the turn. These guys advanced up to here, and then I overwatched with my Doomstalker here. I killed 2 orcs. These have come in from Deep Strike Reserve, and Richard made sure he was out of range of my 18-inch Hexmark Destroyer. And then over here we've got the truck just moving around, eyeing up the flayed ones. We had a little bit of movement with the big guns at the back there just to get line of sight, and that was it. So we're moving into the shooting phase. Right, end of the shooting phase. I lost 3 wounds here on my Locust Lord. I did have to use a stratagem for a reroll to help him survive. I lost 3 of my flayed ones up over here, and my Doomstalker took some shots, but I managed to save it. And that's it. We're moving into the assault phase. Richard is eyeing up a rather long charge here.
Yeah, it'll be a 10-inch charge.
10-inch charge. Okay, let's see if we can do this.
The boys are into your bows, and the truck into your...
Okay, so 3 assaults. So first of all, the big one. What do you need?
10.
10. 9. And then where do you want to go next? The boys?
Yeah.
They're definitely going to be in, I think. Yeah, they are in with a 10.
10 gets me around to a corner where I wanted to be.
You have to go base to base, don't forget. Right, the boys are in, and they are assaulting my destroyers. Can they kill them? Quite possibly. Richard has a lot of dice. Right, Richard is feeling what I usually feel when there's 1 knob left with 1 wound. We've got 1 destroyer left with 1 wound. I had to take then from this side to stop Richard consolidating into my heavy destroyers, but it does mean I'm out of range of the reanimator, unfortunately. But at least we are still here. Right, now we need to weather the storm over there with the flayed ones. Okay, end of the assault phase. So I was absolutely annihilated by this thing with tank shock. 12 shots coming in. Richard scored 6 mortal wounds, which is the maximum you can do, right? And then he killed the last guy that was left with his other weapon. So that was that. It meant that Richard took that objective over there, which is going to hurt me in my turn too. Richard didn't score any objectives, however he's killed 2 units and he scored 4 points for being on 2 objectives at the beginning of his turn. So let's see what happens as we move into turn 2 for the Necrons. Okay, I drew my cards. I've got deployed teleports, homers and extended battle lines. Right, I did all my RP and then I've been moving. So I've moved both of these units around here. But first of all, I moved the Lord up over there, and Richard overwatched me with those horrible flash kits and killed him. I did use the stratagem to get him back up. However, it still meant that Richard scored his assassination points. Over this side of the table, I moved the heavy destroyers over this side. I didn't do anything here. Actually, my guy's battle shocked. The scarabs are up over there. I deep striked both of my death marks in the middle of the board, taking the objective for my secondary, and the other one's done an action in the centre of the table. Right, end of the shooting phase. So I shot both of my Doomstalkers into those incredibly annoying, horrible orc version of Desolators. I hate them, and I killed 2. So I had to shoot my heavy destroyers in. The first unit killed a couple, the second unit totally whiffed. The third unit killed, I think, 2. And then, what else did I do, Rich? I shot something else. Oh yeah, I shot my death marks into them as well. 1 unit, the other unit's done an action. I've got them down to 1 flash get, and of course Bad Ruck is still there. So now we're moving into the assault phase. I am going to assault over here first. And then I'm going to assault with the scarabs. Okay, end of the assault phase. This guy here is absolutely shocked from dying and then coming back. He was abysmal. I had 4 dice. The first roll I rolled a double 1, and then the other 2 hit, and then the 2 that hit I rolled a double 1 to wound. Richard did 1 wound in return. And then over here I did 1 mortal wound on there from an exploded scarab. And that was it. So, oh yes, I did lose my destroyer here, which obviously is expected. I did do both of my secondary objectives, so I scored 7 points as we move in to turn 3 for the orcs. Right, Richard got defend stronghold and engage on all fronts. Right, end of the movement phase. These boys have moved up here. I think they're eyeing up my reanimator. I did Overwatch with the Hexmark Destroyer and the Doomstalker. Doomstalker totally missed. Hexmark Destroyer killed 2. And then over here we've got some disembarkation with these grots, and the trucks moved up over there. No other real movement. There's a jiggle at the back there, that was all. So now we're moving into the shooting phase. Right, end of the shooting phase. We had some shots coming in at the heavy destroyers. I lost 3 wounds. And then I overwatched, well I didn't overwatch, used the Hexmark Destroyer ability after he shot, killed a few more orcs over there. I lost 3 of my death marks from up here, and we are now moving into the assaults phase. We've got some assaults over this side and potentially this truck going into my death marks. Right, this got in and did 3 wounds, 3 mortal wounds with tank shock. Then over here Richard multi-assaulted my reanimator and my heavy destroyers. And yeah, start the fight phase, right? I'm going to explode a scarab. Right, I exploded my scarab. I rolled a 1. It is a vehicle, so it goes up to a 2. I rolled my D3 mortal wounds and I rolled a 1. Right, we continued the assault. I lost a heavy destroyer and the reanimator down to 4 wounds. I attacked back, did no damage. I lost my Locust Lord here. My death mark survived the assault, and my scarab is left over there on 1 wound. Richard completed his objective of engaging all fronts, and he's definitely going to get to his stronghold for his objective over there. I'm not going to get to that. So let's see what cards I get as we move in to Necrons, turn 3. Right, I got Defend, Stronghold and Cleanse. I did my RP, we did Battle Shock before RP, no one was Battle Shocked. And I've been moving, so I've moved these heavy destroyers up here and these towards the objective. The reanimator has fallen back. No movement over this side of the table. The death marks, I got 1 death marks back from 1 unit and 2 back from the other. And I'm going to do an action there because that's what I need to do for my secondaries, and I need to defend my objective. So we are going to shoot. Let's see what we can do. Right, end of turn 3 for the Necrons. I have shot and assaulted, and I cleared a whole bunch of orcs. So I did manage to clear all of these from shooting. I also cleared the copter away. I shot it with this lonely destroyer here as I split fire. I've killed all of these copters as well. I've killed a BatRep and also the last of the flash gits. So left on the table are these grots, the truck which is empty, and 3 of those big guns. I did both of my secondary objectives. I am behind in points. Let's see what happens as we move into turn 4 for the orcs. Okay, so we both have decided to do no gambits, and Richard has drawn 2 cards. He's got Secure No Man's Land and Deploy Teleport Homers. Right, end of Richard's turn 4. Not a great deal happened. There's not much left. A few pop shots here and there. The only action was a death marks dying. Richard, however, did get another 5 points for his secondaries as we move in to turn 4 for the Necrons. Okay, so I've done all of my RP. There was no battle shocked units, and I've drawn my cards. I've got Behind Enemy Lines and Investigate Signals, Actually, I had a different card before that where Richard chooses an objective marker and I have to capture it, and he would have chosen this one, which I definitely wouldn't do. So I spent a CP to get behind enemy lines and, yeah, investigate targets. Alright, let's see what we can do as we move in to the rest of the turn. Right, so I used both of my scarabs in the corners for the secondary that I had to do there. And then I tried to get behind enemy lines. I tried to get into Richard's deployment zone with an advance, but I wasn't quite there. And then I proceeded to shoot. I killed this truck, which exploded. Richard used his stratagem to move it, and he moved it close to me, and he killed 3 of those death marks, 3 of these death marks, and 2 wounds on the heavy destroyer. In the meantime, I advanced this Doomstalker over to this objective, and I shot the other Doomstalker at the big gun there at the back, and I managed to destroy it. So it's really, really close on points, this game, as we move into the last turn, turn 5 for the Orcs. Which is drawn, bring it down, and cleanse. Alright, for reference, I did a disregard behind enemy lines for an extra CP, and I'm taking my chances on getting some objectives that I can actually probably achieve a bit easier, because I was in danger with my death marks with these grots, and they came in. I'm in the assault there with the grots. I've lost my death marks down to 1 from shooting over here. Richard did manage to cleanse this objective for some points. It's incredibly close as we move into the final turn. Let's see what cards we get. Okay, got engage in all fronts, which I can do. Storm hostile objective, I don't think I'm going to be able to do. I've got to basically kill those grots over there, right? That's going to be really tough.
Well, so you get a 7-inch move, so
yeah,
it's a 10-inch charge.
Yeah, I'm not going to kill you in assault though.
But that's the only way you're going to do it.
Yeah. Right, we're nearly there, we're nearly there. I shot and destroyed both of those big guns there. It's just the grots here left. I need a 10-inch charge to charge in. So, we've got my special green dice out. Let's see if we can do this. I do have a CP for a reroll. Here we go. We need a 10. Oh, it's a 9. Reroll, CP reroll. Yes, we are in. Alright, we did the assault, and I did really well. I killed 4 of these Gretchen. Richard consolidated in. We looked at the chart, and they're OC2. Can you believe it? I'm OC2, but Richard has more on the objective than I do, so I didn't score those points. So, let's have a look at the final score. So I did make a bit of a comeback there on turn 4 and 5, taking me up to 43 points for primary and 31 points for secondary, which gives me a total of 84 points. Richard made a very good start but failed slightly at the ends there, and only scoring 28 points for primary, 25 points for secondary, giving him a total of 63 points. So it is a Necron victory, and Richard, thank you for the game. What a game
brilliant.
that was.
Thank you. Yeah.
Very, very cool. I'll be honest, I'll be totally honest, I thought I was going to lose that. I even said to you, didn't I, after I think we're in turn 2, I said I'm going to lose this. It did not look like I was going to win it. Maybe that's hang-ups of 9th edition.
Maybe, but
maybe
had he got into combat, then it's
absolutely
it's one less unit shooting at me.
And obviously, if I'd gone first, who knows? Who knows? Either way, it is a Necron victory. I've beaten the Orcs again. I'm happy. Okay, if you are happy, then why not check out some of my other battle reports, which you can find just there. And if you want to see some tactical videos for Necrons, then here's a playlist for you to watch next.